All right. Looks like we are live here on the Moonpiece podcast channel doing another live stream, live reaction of Blue Lock Chapter 323 titled A Shining Hope. Another pop up window came up, unfortunately. All right, before we get into it, let's make sure we are all good on the YouTubes. Let's see. Let's reload. I gotta wait for this ad to play. But thank you guys for joining me on another live stream. Let's see. All right, perfect. Sounds like we are all good. All right. Last we left off with Blue Lock, it was what 4-0 to I lost track at this point how far Japan is up against Nigeria. At this point, Nigeria is doing their absolute best to try to do something before Blue Lock absolutely washes them. Rin scored the last goal. Him and Asagi are having a little back and forth flirtation. And Asagi's talking heavy to Nigeria in a way to try to hype them up, but also like bolster himself. Oh, we also got like an Asagi flashback back when he was a kid and how he like first like learned to love soccer and everything like that. So, you know, a little unnecessary, but it is what it is. So yeah, I'm excited to see. I predicted in the last review that I think Nigeria is going to be the one to score the last goal of the game in a way to kind of like redeem their morale or some form of dignity. At least they're able to score a single goal instead of getting completely shut out. I think that that's the victory that they can hope to get. Because other than that, I mean, oh my God, Blue Lock is absolutely dominating them. Like, I don't want Blue Lock to score a goal again. Like, guys, enough is enough is enough. Asagi, you're gonna have to wait until England or France before you score a goal. Like, oh no, I think they already announced it's France that's up next. So yeah, Asagi, you're gonna have to wait until France to score a goal. And you know what? You can have 2 goals then. But against Nigeria, come on, you gotta let it go. But yeah, before we get into the chapter, please like the videos, consider subscribing to the Moon Piece podcast channel. We got a lot going on here. I mean, Kimmy is doing a Kingdom Hearts live stream later on today, or perhaps it's a One Piece live stream. She did have to reschedule her live streams this week, so it's either One Piece, which she is doing Alabasta, so you know, get to meet Ace, or Kingdom Hearts. Corey's been live streaming Pokemon, the new Pokemon game that just came out, and this weekend we will be doing One Piece chapter 1164, I think. So yeah, tune in, guys. We got a lot going on here on the Moon Piece podcast channel. All right, without further ado, let me take a sip of my coffee before we get into this chapter. Wonderful. All right, let's get into Blue Lock chapter 323, again titled Shining Hope. All right. So we start off, it looks like Yoichi Isagi has the ball as he is darting towards Nigeria. It is 3-0. That's right. The 3 goals were Rio, Bachira, and Rin. All right. Yoichi Isagi has the ball. It's time for Blue Lock Japan's counterattack. Counterattack. Oh my God. All they've been doing is attacking. And now Onazi is like curiosity in himself. I wonder if I can live like you too. As you see Asagi holding off 2 defenders as he passes the ball to Bachira, right? Okay, yo, this is a good, I'm not gonna lie, this is a good panel of Asagi. Look at that. Dude, he's got a good look in his eyes. He is taking charge of the ball, holding off 2 defenders. Like, this is great. This is what I want to see. All right, and Asagi still has the time to talk crap. Is that all you got, Nigeria? If you want to be the world's best, and Onazi's like in awe, then surpass Blue Lock, surpass my brain. And all of the Nigeria players are like, whoa, who is this Chad? Is this All Might? Is this Himsagi? Yo, Asagi's really trying to be like the main character of Blue Lock. I love it. Then surpass Blue Lock, surpass my brain, right? And even IQ is like, careful with the taunts, Asagi-chan, right? And Asagi's like, what? Ego told us to keep them at 0. Their morale was about to be decimated. So why are you pumping them up like that? Oh, and Asagi has a response. He's like, bro, I can turn it into data. What? Data? What are you, Google? If one of them awakens, I can experience a new form of soccer. Oh my God. He just wants someone to awaken so he can tear him down. Is that what he's going to say next? Oh God, I'm actually a little nervous. And if I can adapt to and stop that egoist, then Blue Lock will evolve even further, right? Oh my God. He just wants someone to awaken so he can tear them down. Oh, Asagi's unlocking his own destroyer mode. Yo, Asagi really is a demon king. Holy crap. And even IQ's a little weirded out. He's like, what the? Just how greedy is this guy? Plus, even if they get a point, we'll still win. 5 minutes left. Do they awaken or do we adapt? Oh my God, dude. Calm down. I leave the back line to you, Captain. And look at IQ. He's like, are you testing me too, egoist? And he's just like, Roger. And he's just got a wicked smile on his face too. Yo, IQ's like, I want to play with this guy for the rest of my life. Yo, people like playing with Usagi. That's just something. And look, Usagi's got the meta vision. He's got that egoist fire in his eyes. And he's just going, I'll leave the back line to you, Captain. And I like that Usagi's like, you're the captain. Like Usagi's the main character, but he's not the captain of the team. And so yeah, I always liked IQ as a character. He's like, listen, our coach said this, keep him at 0. What's with the right? So we go back. It looks like Bachira still got the ball. Nigeria is trying to adapt to his play. They're like, cover the left side. Bachira's like, one more Riopon? I don't know what that means. As Bachira darts the ball towards Rio at like a back kick heel flip. I don't even know what that's called. Rio responds, ready to take it. Nice lift pass, Bachira. It's right there. It's a lift pass. And Nigeria comes in. That's the 3rd time you did that. Okay, Obo. And Bachira's like, dang it, he saw through it. Second ball. You're too ordinary for that, says Karasu. And Kuso from Nigeria is like, no, that's what you are. All right, calm down, Kuso. Oh, as Kuso comes in and steals the ball from Karasu. Nice, Kuso. Onazi, you gave us hope to keep living with our dream of winning the World Cup. Being with you was so fun. It felt like a dream, but Kuso's a little tech bro. Hey, Onazi, the data says that we haven't been increasing our attack patterns lately. We're winning, but our scoring power is gradually dropping. At this rate, there's a high probability that other countries will devise countermeasures and shut us out. Yeah, he's the guy behind the screen. All right, Kuso, I like that. And Onazi's over here. Yo, Onazi's chilling, bro. Look at that chain. What does that say? Kenchan? I don't know. So what if we stopped making you the lone finisher and brought in a second player to help you out front? Coach suggested that. And Onazi's like, but then wouldn't you get less playtime, Kuso? Or Obo and Bello, right? And Kuso's like, well, we'll have to fight to play. There's always a battle over the starting lineup in soccer. It's time to accept that things can't stay this way forever. No way. I don't want to play soccer if it's not with you guys. Aww. And Kuso's like, Onazi, yo, look at the style with these guys. Yo, Kuso with his glasses. He's got his braids flowing or his dreads. Oh, man. Yo, these two? I was so lonely, and all you guys saved me. I want to repay you for becoming my family. I want to take you to the World Cup and win together. Oh, man, I keep doing that. So we won't change our method. We don't need other players. Onazi, that makes me so happy I could die, but isn't that choice just going to kill your own possibilities? It's fine. I'm here. As Onazi again quotes All Might, right? Roof, what are you eating? One sec, my dog got something. My dog always trying to eat something off the floor. All right. So Kuso continues to dart forward as Bello's like, all right, let's do this, Kuso. Obo's ready to go, right? Kuso thinks to himself, in the end, I caved to Onazi's kindness and couldn't say it. And before I knew it, our dream had gone from win the World Cup to be together. But now that's been exposed here by Blue Lock. No, Yoichi Isagi exposed it. As Onazi is again screaming from the front line, pass Kuso. Here at the hottest place in the world, you can't move forward unless you throw us away. As you wish, Onazi. Blue Lock brought to light the part of your ego that makes you fight for yourself, not us. As Kuso is darting forward, you see the coach. Kuso is not passing the ball. Chase after that curiosity in yourself. Raichi's like, stop him. Karuso's like, when did he get so sharp? Ooh, it looks like Raichi's over here stopping Kuso. Our family dream might end here. But even so, this is my curiosity. I want to see when you take on the world. As Kuso passes the ball towards the goal, past Raichi, past Aryu, towards Onazi. My shining hope, let me see you. The new egoist is here, says Onazi. Reach the world with this shot, says Kuso. So is Kuso the... First of all, do we really think Kuso's about to score that what's this boy's name? That Onazi's about to score a goal right now? Do we really? Do we really think that? This is such a bait. Like, Onazi's for sure gonna get the ball, but buddy, you're not gonna score. I'm so sorry to say. I know that either Asagi or Rin are biting at your heels, ready to devour you, bro. I'm sorry. It is what it is, what it is. All right. Like, I feel bad. But I know, like right now we have a little close up of Onazi, like about to receive the ball, but I know that on either side is Rin and Asagi, and this is all for naught. Kuso, and like IQ here saying the new egoist is here. Like, who are you really referring to in this moment? Like, are you referring to Onazi or are you referring to Kuso? Because Onazi looks like he's still struggling, and Kuso's the one with the fire in his eyes. Yeah, I mean, listen, I think that, hold on, where, the beginning of this chapter, we had a clock. So there's 5 minutes left in the game? 5 minutes left? Oh, man. So I think the next chapter is gonna end the game. I think that in the next chapter, we're going to either see Nigeria score a goal, right? Which again, like Onazi is going to have to perform a miracle to get past both Rin and Asagi. And then aside from that, then Blue Lock just shuts them out 3-0. But Blue Lock does not have time to score another goal. There's no time for another counterattack. 5 minutes. Nigeria has to do their best to try to score a goal. So it's either Blue Lock shuts them out, but again, I believe that Nigeria will score one goal. Onazi's going to have that curiosity in himself. He's going to awaken in a way, and he's going to walk off the field with a newfound sense of self. And now all of Nigeria is going to walk away with a newfound sense of self and team. And like Kuso was saying, like in order to move forward towards our dream, we're going to have to change, you know? So yeah, next chapter, the game's over. Game's over next chapter. Blue Lock obviously won this. Can't wait to see them play with France. This was a good chapter. I think that the highlights for me was that moment when IQ was talking to Asagi and Asagi's over here like a dog trying to be like, yo, I'm trying to awaken somebody just so I can tear him down. He's recognizing IQ as the captain, and I think Asagi definitely shined in the beginning of this chapter with him holding off those two defenders, and just being an all-around good player. I like seeing Asagi in this in this role. The main character, but not the captain. Um, but yeah, I can't help but to feel bad for Nigeria. Um, wish I could say we'll see them again, but I just don't see a world where Nigeria is going to beat England or France. It's just there's absolutely no way. But yeah, for as far as character designs go, like again, we saw it with Gagamaru, right? When Gagamaru was just like head to toe, great fashion style. And again, just like seeing it here, like the artist dresses the characters well when they're outside. I can't say the same for like Asagi. I feel like Asagi just looks like a normal kid. But even someone like Bunny Iglesias, dude, he had the hat on, the jacket, like looked good. Um, yeah, this is a good chapter overall. I'll probably give this one like a 7. I'll probably give it a 7 out of 10. Nothing crazy. And again, the only reason it's most it's slightly above average. You know, it's slightly above average. I think that um just the moments that Asagi had in the chapter is what gives it that slightly above average take. The fact that he really just wants to hype someone up just so he can tear them down, I think is absolutely wicked work. You're a dog. Um, but yeah, this was a good chapter of Blue Lock. I'm excited to see this game finally be over. I wonder whether or not we're going to see any of the Buratsuda 3 for the second round. I know that Itoshi Sai is going to be joining us in the knockout brackets and not before then, but I don't know if that's going to count for the other 2 members of the Buratsuda 3. So we'll see there. But wait, no, probably not for the next game because I forgot that in the beginning of this game, Nagi went to Buratsuda and was like, "Hey, I'll join your competition thing to be part of the 3." So that's this game right now. So if anything, Nagi's probably still watching this game. Um, yeah. But yeah, I think that's it for me this chapter, guys. You know, real quick. Um, yeah, this was a quick chapter, not much to discuss here. Thank you guys for joining me on this live stream. I really appreciate it. Thank you for stopping by. Drop a comment. Let me know what you thought about this week's chapter. Like the stream if you like the stream. And again, subscribe to the Moonpiece Podcast channel if you have not already. And on that note, I'll see you guys next week for another chapter review.